Hey everybody, JD here, back with another duel replay for you. One of my earlier duels again. This one comes a couple days after our last one, November 24th of last year. So first couple weeks, and we are running the Live Twins deck back. We are mostly running the same build. Again, Maxi at 3, remember. You will notice that, however, we're getting a little friskier. We are adding in just a little bit of sprite shenanigans. And that's definitely going to foreshadow some things to come. But we've got some extra just level 2s in here for support. And as you can see, the deck list looks nice and balanced. 21 monster cards, 19 spell and trap cards, extra deck looking pretty normal. So let's just go into this one. No need to stall things for too long. As usual, I will post the full uncommented replay at the end if that's how you prefer to watch it. But for now, let's get into the duel. So. Hey, they've got the Live Twins, all the gear. That's nice. And we've got a pretty good opening hand. 2 Lilas, an Ash, Called By, and a Troll. So, awesome. We're going to go ahead and normal that Lila, and they're going to hit it with the Foil Ash. Fortunately, we do have Called By for that. So, we get our normal summon off. Is what I think until they impermit. So, unfortunately, they had everything they needed to contest the normal summon here, which means I don't have anything to extend here. So we will let this resolve. Nothing comes out, and we're just gonna have to end with a 500 monster on board. But hey, they have to pay 500 to declare an attack. We're gonna Ash Blossom their Photon Delta Wing. Just kind of shooting a prayer out there. But they have Called By anyway, so they can. They had everything they needed. They had they had the 3 counters. So they're gonna be able to go ahead and do whatever play that they want from here. They're going to pull another Delta Wing and summon a Star Leech Lord Galaxion, and that is going to help them continue to pull more stuff out. Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon comes out in attack position. Oh, they got the Royal too. Nice. Pretty sexy. Galaxy Expedition, and now they've got Galaxy Eyes Prime Photon Dragon, and they're going to keep ranking it up into this guy, who is large and in charge, and I'm pretty sure unaffected by monster effects, because it's got the Photon Dragon under it. Now, critically, they do detach the material, but that means they can make up to 3 attacks on monsters. And because I only have the 1 monster, thankfully, in this very specific case, I am left with 100 life points. So we've got 100 life points in a dream, but they don't have anything to interrupt our normal summon. So we're going to be able to pull out Keysteel Frost here and start going into the Live Twins, or the Evil Twins. Now, what that's going to do exactly, I don't know, but we play it out because, why not? We're going to go ahead and take that Lila, bring out the Keysteel, get the draw off of that. And that is the best draw that we possibly could have asked for. Because now that we link into Trouble Sunny, we are going to Book of Moon their Neo Galaxy Eyes Prime Photon Dragon, because it is only immune to monster effects. And because it is face down, that effect is not on the field. So when we bring out our Keysteel and Lila, the Lila will get the pop on the face down, which means we can destroy that and go in for an extra 2200 damage. Fantastic. Although we do need to link back into the Trouble Sunny, because otherwise we don't have a means of getting more materials on board for next turn, and any damage will kill us. So fortunately, we do have an extra Trouble Sunny in our extra deck. They drew a card that lets them do some stuff, so we're going to counter that with Max C, at least get a draw off of that, and then see what they want to do. Now, they are going to pull out 2 level 8s from Graver deck that do get their effects negated, so we will counter this with Keysteel and Lila coming out. That'll pop one of them, and that should prevent them from going into a rank 8 that they need to be able to kill us. And we get the Monster Reborn. They go Battle Phase, they pass. They've got 2,000, so their question is going to be, can I out what they have? But we'll start with Pot. The Monster Reborn that we drew should be more than enough to help us. We can also use Trouble Sunny's effect to send the Lila, which we're going to be able to bring back anyways for the pop, and then get in for 2,200 here. And that should be all she wrote. Wow. And they surrender. So... whew. I don't think you can get luckier than that with the exactly 100 life points left. Maybe you can. Maybe there's a like a 6,250 attack monster out there, you know, a 6,000 plus, you know, whatever, some increment that gets you a little bit less than that. But yeah, that one was, they gave me just enough. They gave me just enough room to combo, and we did end up Destiny drawing our way out of it. So not something, you know, that you can, not something I look at and be like, oh yeah, I totally outskilled them. But we did get the draw, and it was enough in this case. Let's take a quick look at their deck profile. Mostly Galaxy and Photon stuff: Galaxy Cleric, Photon Wing, Photon Jumper, Galaxy Soldier. You know, the level 8s, which they were really good at pulling out. They got most of their big level 8s out. You know, some supporting cards to help out with that, and then an extra deck full of hey you kind of names. Galaxy Photon Dragon, you know, the Tachyon stuff. You know, it's not Ryzeal format back in 2024, but they're still running Baguska, Starleech, Photon Blast Dragon, and I respect that. So fun duel, fun deck. I actually like the Photon Galaxy deck. Any deck that just brings out like huge dudes that are, you know, relatively hard to get rid of, or have a pretty imposing board presence, I'm a big fan of. I like high attack point monsters, and being able to bring out multiple of them, it feels very much like classic Yu-Gi-Oh, where you know, you megamorph for 6,000, and like that's, you know, that's enough. That's enough to help turn the tides. Obviously, we did land the Book of Moon to get rid of their unaffected guy, so that was huge. But yeah, fun duel. I really enjoyed this one, and as promised, I'll go ahead and play that replay uncommentated for you all to enjoy. Thank you for watching. Oh, of course. Alrighty, well, that's it for me today. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and like you can see here, we've got a couple more live twins duels coming up from my old replays. Again, all this stuff is back in November of last year, so my first month playing, me learning the combos, and I can't tell you how much of a thrill it was to actually be able to pull off some of those combos with, you know, just normal summoning a live twin monster and being able to get all the way up into Trouble Sunny and not screwing it up along the way, which you can do. You can fuck it up. It is very possible. But yeah, me learning this deck and getting comfortable with it and being like, hey, I can play Yu-Gi-Oh in the modern format against some of these modern decks with modern cards. It was really fun, really gratifying, and we'll see. I have even more of those experiences coming up. So be sure to tune in, subscribe, do whatever, and follow along as we go through my early Yu-Gi-Oh journey with some of the more fun replays in the bunch. So that's it for me today. Thank you all so much for watching, and as always, have a great one. Stay safe, stay healthy. See you in the next one. Bye bye.